Thanks for joining us here at KGSM-TV. I'm Jaden Miller.
And I'm Zoe Jane. This show will be highlighting some of the organizations here at Missouri Western, a few student thesis films, and as always, we'll have a recap of Griffon Athletics. We're also going to be introducing a history segment where we showcase an influential person for the current history or heritage month.
But first, our reporters Reese Payne and Harry Loomis interviewed a few upperclassmen about advice that they would give to current freshmen. This is what they had to say.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Harry Loomis. I'm here with Reese. We're going around Blum. It's about a month into the school year. We're trying to get some advice for the freshmen. So we're going around trying to find some upperclassmen to see what advice they have for freshmen, and if they were a freshman all over again, what would they do differently? So let's see what we can find out. What kind of suggestions would you have to freshmen that maybe haven't really gotten their footing yet, just trying to see kind of where they belong at this campus?
You know, as a freshman, the best thing I ever did was just get involved. I started off, joined an organization or two, just made connections and friends, and I think that's so important for students these days to get that sense of belongingness from just getting connected with different people. And the best way to do that is to just show up to events and just meet different people.
And we were, past couple years, freshmen to really get the same experience because of the COVID years. We're kind of starting to get out of that. What kind of differences do you see in the past couple years versus what the freshmen are able to do this year?
I think there's been a lot of changes in the past for the negative with COVID, but I think now that we're coming out of it, we're actually in a better standpoint than we were whenever I started four or 5 years ago at this point. Because of the different things that the student government has invested in, like Max Engage, the new student engagement platform, where you can now find any event. It used to be really hard to find events on campus. Now all of them are on one platform. You're able to check that out, see every single organization, and it's just a great way to discover new things that you might not have found, 4 or 5 years ago.
Absolutely. Being as involved as you are with being SGA president, if you could redo your freshman year over again and change one thing, do one thing differently, what would it be?
I think it just goes down to meeting more people and getting involved more. I got involved quite a bit, but just the more that you can go out, the more connections you make. It just really, your network is so important, especially we're all here to go to college so that we can get a degree and hopefully find a job. That network, you're going to be with a ton of other people that are, going out and making their own tracks and their own professions. And just the more people you know, the more advantage you have later on in life. And so I'd say just knowing more people and getting connected.
I think that's pretty much good. So appreciate it, Nathan.
No problem.
Thank you. So you are a sophomore this year. You obviously came in during the COVID year. We're kind of starting to get out of that.
Yep.
That's a little bit of adversity. What kind of advice would you have to freshmen for kind of trying to handle adversity like that?
Well, first, this is not high school at all. You're seen as an adult, regardless. So if you need anything, email your teachers, check your email daily, every day, so you don't miss out on anything like that, and then read your syllabus and always refer back to it.
We asked Nathan Scott this, and he had to go back a little bit longer. You're only a sophomore.
Yeah.
If you could go back to your freshman year, change one thing you did, one thing you did do, one thing you didn't do, one thing you would change, what's it going to be?
Well, I'm glad I got involved. MWDC, come out. I'm glad I got involved because one thing, for me, it was hard because I was always in my room, and I got used to that, just staying inside. So if you even just if somebody invites you to go somewhere, at least try it out, see how you like it, because that's one thing. And be social, talk to people. It's just
we're getting a lot of people that are saying just the best thing to do is get involved. What kind of organizations are there? What kind of benefits are there to just joining as many organizations as possible, just seeing what they have to offer?
Well, just connecting and networking and learning new people and new faces and things like that. Because I personally don't even know all the clubs that are on campus right now. So just going out and seeing and meeting new people is just trying to find who you are. I know it's cliche, but just finding who you are at college is really important. So.
Yeah, I think we're good. You nailed that. So thank you so much. Reporting for KGSM-TV, I'm Harry Loomis.
Well, it certainly looks like they got a lot of great advice, and I sincerely hope that this helps a lot of the freshmen out there who are still adjusting to college life.
And we aren't the only ones who wish to help out our fellow students. Missouri Western has many adjunct professors involved on campus. KGSM's own Jaden Miller got to speak with Professor Gary Smith about his career in the journalism field.
Gary Smith is an adjunct professor here at Missouri Western and is heavily involved in the communication and journalism departments on campus. Prior to becoming an adjunct, Smith was a student here at Mo West and says he did not originally choose the journalism field, but instead found his love for it through the internships around the city of St. Joseph. Gary has taught multiple classes on campus and assists with the Griffon Media television show, helping students write, film, and edit. Next semester, however, Gary plans to teach a digital videography class. Smith says there is only one thing he hopes his students take away from his classes.
That they are talented. As long as they apply themselves, a lot of the students are really good at what they do out at Western. So for me, it's just hoping that the students out at Missouri Western realize just how good that they are. They're really good.
Apart from his time on campus, Smith is an executive producer at the St. Joseph News Press, although he was not always in such a position. Much like his experiences in college, Smith wanted to be involved in various different aspects of the news station. Beginning his career at the News Press as a technical director, he then bounced in between multiple positions, including producer and promotions producer, before landing in the executive producer position. Being an adjunct and having a full-time job is no easy feat, but Smith says it's worth it to watch his students and employees grow. He hopes to see continuous changes in regards to the journalism department on campus and offers a piece of advice for those hoping to enter the field.
Do as many internships as you can, because then you will be able to see what it's like working in a different work environment.
Reporting for KGSM-TV, I'm Jaden Miller.
We always love profiles here at KGSM, and we appreciate all of our adjunct professors on campus. Thank you, Jaden.
This past month, several cinema students are in the production stage of their thesis films. Up next before the break, senior cinema student Jack Hughes shared this trailer for his thesis film, Mr. Mummy.
Tonight on Mr. Mummy's Horathon, killer dolls strike in Blood Buddy. Then there's no whisper within the woods. And finally, these kids are on thin ice with this Scully in Wednesday, the 27th. You won't want to miss out, for that would be a grave mistake.
Starts tonight at midnight on Channel 17.
As fun as college is, it can be a really stressful time.
It's easy to feel alone.
Even in full classrooms, sometimes it still feels like you have no one.
It's especially easy to feel isolated during these crazy times.
It's hard to recognize the signs when you don't know them.
Don't be afraid to reach out and get help.
There are always ways to get help on campus.
The counseling center is always ready to work with you.
There's also lots of ways to get help off campus.
There are several different hotlines you can reach out to.
Make sure to check in on your friends and family.
Keep an eye out for the signs.
There's no shame in recognizing that you're struggling.
There's no shame in asking for help.
There is no shame in taking care of yourself.
You and your mental health are the priority.
See the signs. Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
Take action.
I'd really encourage, if you need to talk to someone, reach out to us. That's what we're here for.
Missouri Western is home to the Walter Cronkite Memorial. The memorial is home to 8 of his Emmys, as well as exhibits showcasing caricatures, space exploration, his wife Betsy Maxwell Cronkite, timelines of his career, and a replica of his CBS newsrooms that visitors can interact with. We invite all of you to explore the Cronkite Memorial. Self-guided tours are available Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Welcome back to KGSM. Are you a fan of 5Ks and frights? Well, then you will enjoy this next story. On October 1st, the Physical Therapist Assistance Club held a 5K fundraiser to go towards books for their boards. Members from the PTA club spent the morning in costume for the Monster Dash 5K. The event was held not only for a fun way to raise money, but to also get people active and incorporate an element that hits home for many in PTA club.
The 5K is for fundraising for our program. It's one way that we just we can get more community involvement so more people know about our program, just because it is a really nice program and it's a really nice thing to be a part of, especially because we all like similar things. We all are like really into like, I don't know, like the medical field. We like helping people, and I don't know, I just really like the environment of it, so it gets that word kind of out there.
Whether the people of campus life signed up for the 5K for the exercise, the refreshments, the excellent costumes, or the people involved, no one can know for sure. However, it is clear that they all enjoyed it from start to finish. If you happen to find physical therapy interesting and would like to know more about PTA Club, go to orgs.missouriwestern.edu.
We're officially 1 month into the school year, and Black Student Union has put on 8 events since we've been back. Our reporter Aminia Zalzala has more on the story.
This semester, Black Student Union has been on a roll with hosting fun events and discussions that give everyone on campus a chance to have their voices heard.
Student Union basically means just making sure that the Black crowd here or the minorities here have a voice in the administrative setting, and just making sure that we keep those events alive and making sure we keep the culture around here, you know?
BSU has had a total of 8 events on campus since the school year began. Some of the events included a pool party, a parking lot kicking it, a family feud game, and a pie toss. Among these events, one thing BSU is known for are the BSU Tuesdays.
Most of us have our meetings on Tuesdays, but we are going to start shaking it up a little bit, probably have a little study hall on Tuesday. Instead of having meetings every Tuesday, we might have a study hall. We are about to start having our brother circles again, our sister circles again. So we have a lot of different events circling around, a lot of different like extracurricular activities, meaning like just meetings that we talk about, and then also some school activities like our study hall and everything. So.
One BSU Tuesday event was Finish the Lyric. This was a game where students played a song, paused it, and then the audience had 10 seconds to finish the lyric.
We also do fun activities, like yesterday actually, we had an event called Finish the Lyric. So that was a really fun event. Everybody that came showed up, and it was really fun to see everybody participating and having fun doing it.
With all of these events, BSU has been working hard to bring students together and to create a positive student environment. For KGSM-TV, I am Amina Zalzala.
For upcoming BSU events, be sure to check out the bulletin boards located around campus or follow BSU on Instagram at MWSU_BSU.
Since we are officially into October and it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we'd like to take a moment to recognize Alexandra Penny and how the Susan G. Komen pink ribbon came to be. At the Komen National Race for the Cure in Washington, D.C., the breast cancer survivors wore buttons printed in black and white. Later that year, while the Survivor program was developing, Komen decided that pink was going to be used as a designated color to help promote breast cancer awareness. In 1991, pink ribbons were distributed to all breast cancer survivors and participants of the race for the Cure in New York City. Then in 1992, Alexandra Penny, editor-in-chief of Self magazine, created a ribbon and asked the cosmetic giants to help distribute them, thus the birth of the pink ribbon. In 2007, after the name and logo change, the Komen Foundation utilizes the Komen Running Ribbon. Today, any generic pink ribbon can be used to represent breast cancer awareness. Be sure to wear your pink this month in support.
Coming up, we have more on the way for thesis films here at Missouri Western. In fact, our very own Zoe Jane has the trailer for her thesis titled Dilemma.
I hope you enjoy, and we will return with sports after the break.
Jillian. Breathe.
Thanks.
Jillian, how often do you relive this night?
Constantly. He was my best friend, and now I'm all alone.
I understand how it can feel when you lose someone so important like that. I want you to think hard on this one for me. Do you have a support system?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot this was today. I'll be out in just a second.
Are you open to trying something a little more experimental?
A leading problem I've faced is a misunderstanding on the part of students of the importance of academic advising. They miss appointments. They don't make appointments. But what's most disappointing is when they come unprepared. Give me a student with a plan in their head, or better yet, on paper. We could talk about their interests, not just about their classes. We could discuss internships, classwork, grad programs. It would open the door to what advising is truly about.
Can I help you?
But instead, they come to me in a panic when they need to register because...
I need to talk to you. I was trying to register for my classes, but it wouldn't let me do it because I need my PIN, and I haven't had time to set up an advising, so I don't even know what classes I need to take, so I just signed up for a bunch of random ones, and I'm going to drop them later. So can I have my PIN real fast, because I'm still logged into a computer in the lab? Am I interrupting?
Take ownership of your education. Make the most of your advisement by being proactive, punctual, and prepared. You'll open the door to more personalized attention and avoid costly setbacks. It's never too soon to begin planning your next steps at Missouri Western.
Thank you for tuning in to KGSM-TV Sports. I'm Harry Loomis.
And I'm Kenan Bielvatz.
If you ever wanted to find a way to kill time on campus, then boy do we have something for you. The Griffon Esports Arena is bursting with visitors this year at an all-time high.
Chances are, if you've ever stepped foot inside of Blum Union, you've probably seen the Esports Arena. On October 5th, 2022, the Esports Invitational was open for all students to learn more about the esports world. They had games such as Super Smash Bros., the always lovable and enjoyable Mario Kart, Madden 2023, and Pokemon DX for students to play. They also provided a buffet for students in case they got hungry after their gaming. I got to speak with graduate assistant Andrew Murphy and what he wants the public to know about the Esports Arena.
Anyone's invited to esports. You don't have to be a varsity player, guy level player. Anyone can be a part of esports, casually too. So anyone can be here at a more higher up level. Esports is here to be for the students, by the students.
And ever since opening their doors back in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic, Griffon Esports has seen their numbers rise every year dramatically. I got to speak to Luke Tice and ask him about how he felt with all his organization's success.
I think any opportunity we have to have an event in the arena, it just opens up the doors to more students to walk into the space. And we've seen time and time again, when a student walks into the arena and they try a game out, and they do something, they come back a second, third time, if not more. It's kind of just an opportunity for them to realize the opportunity to game, to have fun, to have a stress-free, de-stressing space on campus that's for them. And so I think it keeps students, showing up, keeps them coming to the arena. Just a new experience and something fun for them. We're trying to keep track of
If you have any questions about the Esports Arena or are interested in joining, stop by in Blum Union. Their hours are Monday through Friday, 10 to 11, and Saturday, 10 to 10. Reporting for KGSM, I'm Kenan Bielvatz.
Looks like we need to check out the arena sometime. I could probably beat you in some Mario Kart.
Oh, for sure, we need to, but I'll be the one winning the races.
Last Saturday, Griffon Football went up to Northwest Missouri State looking to defeat their arch rival, the Bearcats. Jumping straight into the end of the second quarter, Reagan Jones connects with Cam Grandy for a 6-yard pass, getting them inside the Bearcat 3. Cody Watson would end up kicking the field goal as time was expiring in the first half, but in the second half, it was all Northwest as Braden Wright would find Kashawn Griffin inside the Missouri Western 14. Northwest kicker Cole Lamble would go 3 for 3 on attempts, and Northwest would defeat Missouri Western 16-3. Next up for Missouri Western is number 14 Nebraska Kearney on October 8th with the game kicking off at 4 p.m. Now we'll take you back to last Friday as Griffon Volleyball hosted the Newman Jets. The Griffons were looking to make it 2 straight victories inside of the Looney Complex. Jumping straight into the first set, Catherine Wright would set the tone early with a powerful kill, her first of 4 of the night. The Griffons would win their first 2 convincingly. The question is, could they get the sweep? The third set would go down to the wire, and led by Danielle Moye, the Griffons would continue their high-end play. Onto match point for the Griffons, and Wright would down the Jets with a kill that just stretched past their defender. Missouri Western would take the win, and it wouldn't be right if Wright didn't ring the bell. This game also gave head coach Jessica Fye her second home win of her career.
Not even 24 hours later, Griffin's looking to make it a perfect weekend hosting Central Oklahoma. People dancing, everybody has a good time in Looney. Taking to the second set, Broncos took the first set, but don't blame Nessa Johnson. She gets the block as the Griffons would get to an early lead. However, this Broncos team is atop the MIAA, and they would pull away. One last shot for the Griffs as Yanni Washington's spike goes into the net as the Broncos take set 2. Match point now, Washington goes for the spike, and it gets blocked. Griffons cannot recover as the Broncos take the win in straight sets. 2 more matches for volleyball this weekend, including a Friday night held at Washburn, Jessica Fay's alma mater. It's been a tough stretch for Griffon Soccer. The team is winless in 4 straight after losses last week in the Sunflower State. Sitting 9th in the MIAA with just 6 games left, time is running out for the black and gold to right the ship. The best medicine for the team may just be getting back on the pitch as they head to Central Oklahoma Friday night before a Sunday battle at Newman. The Broncos don't have any premier goal scorers like Emporia State a week ago, but they have perhaps the best depth in the MIAA. Through 10 games, 7 players have multiple goals. In net, they split time between Avery Bass and Caroline Faulkner, both of whom have put up an above .840 save percentage and 3 combined clean sheets. Expect a fairly clean game, as the Griffons and Broncos have committed the least and 3rd least fouls in the conference, respectively. Sunday presents a good chance for the Griffons to put up some numbers. The Newman Jets are allowing over 3 goals a contest, which is music to the ears of Kaylee Campbell, Elizabeth Pujato, and Jaden Skinner. Goalkeeping-wise, the Griffons win the matchup, as Keely Cronenberg's 5 clean sheets and 56 saves have kept the Griffons in many tight games so far.
That's all that we have for this week. Thanks for joining us.
Don't forget to check out KGSM-TV on Facebook and YouTube.